Hello Block of the Monthers and welcome to month 3. Just going to do a short one for you this month because you'll use all the same techniques as you did in month 1 for this. But for your blue triangle circle, there is a bit of a trick that I use to save on fabric rather than cutting it out as one circle in a big square. I cut them out individually and attach them together. I have explained this in the pattern, but again, it's always useful to have a visual as well. So this is that. All right, so I'll just be taking you through what I did with these triangles. Your fabric will be in blue. I've just used a yellow that I've had on hand, which is the same Liberty print. It's very nice. So basically, you'll have taken on the right side of your fabric, you'll have drawn out your template line. Again, you've got the line of the templates there, and then you've got the 1/4 inch seam allowance. So you take your corner, you've got one there and you've got one there. Now you want to lay them on top of each other and create sort of a pivot point that you'll be able to manipulate once you've got all 8 together. So you want to go through the registration point there, through the registration point on the other one, and then just a really, really tiny stitch. So you'll have knotted it there. And then you just want to do a finishing knot as you would if you were finishing off a hand piecing thing. Now this doesn't need to be overly strong, just one is fine because it doesn't matter if it comes apart later. It shouldn't come apart before you've appliqued it down. And there you'll see those are together and you'll be able to move them about a bit. Just enough so that you get this nice curved line there. So then I'll do it again. For my third one, so you'll go through the registration point there and through the registration point there, right in the corners, and then you'll do a very small stitch. And you'll finish that off with a little knot, and then you can take that apart. So what you want to do is join all 8 of your pieces together, and then you'll be able to make sure that when you lay it out flat, your circle will be perfect. And then you want to pin this down a lot. If you've got the small applique pins, I do 3 to each triangle. And then what you'll want to do is applique down around the jagged edges first. So when you get to a point here, you can take that out and you'll applique and you'll pull it out and you'll applique it down like that. So you get the clean line. But because you'll have it pinned, you won't get that movement and your circle will stay as a true circle. Once you've finished that, I've explained in the pattern that your bias binding will go over the edge of this. So you've got your 1/4 inch there to prevent any fraying in general, but what you will do is when you've appliqued around the jagged edges here, you'll cut that right back to the line and then you'll put your bias binding appliqued over the top of that, so you will cover that seam. But there's no need to applique this seam down because that will just create then extra bulk under your bias, which you don't need. Okay, so that's it for today. Like I said, really short and sweet. Just make sure that you do put all 8 triangles together and lay them out so you're happy with the placement and pin it down before you start sewing. You don't want to do half and half because then your circle might be uneven. So other than that, I reckon you'll be all fine, but always email me if you do have any questions. Until next month, happy sewing. Bye.